To begin an analysis using ASSEDA, navigate to the Control Center on MutationForecaster and select ASSEDA from the secondary page header. You will arrive at the main ASSEDA submission method, which is gene name. You can also submit your own sequence, submit a SNP by supplying its RSID, or submit a variant using a genomic coordinate only. For this tutorial, we will be submitting a variant in the BRCA1 gene using C-dot notation. IVS and G-dot notation are also accepted. For more information on how to format the mutation field, please click on the View Accepted Mutation Formats link at the top of your page. The window range specifies how many nucleotides away from the variant ASSEDA will scan for other sites, natural or cryptic, surrounding the variant. You can optionally specify an individual identifier. This identifier will only have an effect on your analysis if you export your ASSEDA results to your personalized CUVD database. Entering an identifier here will set the variant ID within CUVD. If no identifier is specified, the ID will default to the current timestamp. To alter the weight matrices, or ribbons, used for this analysis, click the Select Splice Site Types button and check the checkboxes beside each matrix you'd like to use. By default, all matrices under Constitutive Splice Sites and Splicing Regulatory Binding Sites headers are checked. Most donor and acceptor matrices are not used by default. In general, it will not be necessary to alter these selections. Finally, we can optionally view advanced options by clicking the Advanced Options button. Here you can lower the threshold of the information content of these sites to be displayed in the lister map. For C-dot notations, you can start from the open reading frame, which is the default, or you can also start from the start of transcription. You can include potential enhancers or repressors when calculating total exon information content. By default, enhancer and repressors are not considered when calculating total exon information because if there's no enhancers or repressors involved in your calculation, it will skew the results. These options should be used when you are aware of a nearby ESE or ISS. Checking the molecular phenotype prediction by exon definition checkbox will cause ASSEDA to predict which splice isoforms are most likely to be formed after taking the contribution of your variant into account. Again, this box is checked by default and should remain checked under most circumstances. After we've encountered a gene name and mutation, click the Submit this mutation button, and we'll be presented with a list of possible gene structures defined by the corresponding mRNAs. Care must be taken when selecting the appropriate gene structure while using IVS or C-dot notation, as they are dependent on your selection. Clicking Submit will begin your analysis. At this point, some pre-processing will take place and an error messages may be displayed if appropriate. For example, if the variant we've entered specifies a reference nucleotide which does not match the reference genome, a message will be displayed prompting you to update your submission. Assuming no problems are found, ASSEDA will take approximately 30 seconds to complete execution. From here, we'll skip directly to our results. Alternatively, your results are saved and can be found in the Control Center as well.